is your host Cowboy and Spade.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Boxing with the two best in the game. Ain't no shame. We ain't no lames, baby. Here we go on episode 88. What's going on, my God?
That boy got the pimp hat on. He started talking like a pimp.
I'm telling you what, it's just flowing out. Flowing out. That's
I'm
it.
chilling, man. I'm chilling. What you got going on, man?
Man, you already know, man. It's been a long week. We did a little family thing on, we got a bunch of snow up here where we're at in Ohio and shit. So we spent some 2 snow days at the Great Wolf Lodge, chilling with the family, doing some swimming.
Okay.
Way too much motherfucking money. Yeah.
That's crazy because my girl brought that up. I think like we should go to the Great Wolf Lodge. That'd be decent. Yeah, they got the inside.
They had a deal at 180 for the room, and then we upcharged we upcharged it to like the kid den thing, whatever, with the extra room for the kids for like $20 extra. So it wasn't a bad price. Like when we first went, the first time we ever went, we spent like $600 on a room.
Was
like
it in the summertime?
Yeah, it was summertime. A couple years ago.
They probably got better deals in the wintertime.
Yeah, but man, it was fun time, good time with the family, good time. A couple days off work in a row. I worked 6 days straight, and then my boss was mad because I called in. I was like, bro, whatever, get the fuck over that. He was like, you just can't make your own schedule. I said, I ain't making my own schedule, motherfucker. I'm calling in, motherfucker. I'm calling in. I ain't coming in, bitch. Like, the fuck you think this is? I ain't telling you. I'm telling you. I'm calling the fuck in. I ain't gonna be there. Like, fuck out of here.
Trying to tell me about my life. Like,
This motherfucker get 3-week vacation a year and talk about somebody taking off work. Get the fuck out of here.
That must was gonna be ugly without you or something.
Yeah, that's what it was. They already know every time I'm not there. You know what I'm saying?
Did it freeze?
I'm still hearing you. It's just it's buffering in and out on you, but you good now. You good now.
Yeah, I was talking I was saying he probably was gonna be running shitty without you. That's why he was salty. Was it a busy day too?
It was a Tuesday. Kids were out of school. They got called off that day because of the snow. We had a lot of snow, so I was, I think they did like 4,000. So it wasn't really. It was a steady day. They was fine without me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like they act like if I'm not there, then oh my god, like you're not here, like because I'm not there on Saturdays, and that's his biggest thing now. Talking about, man, I need you on Saturdays, bro. Like we get our ass kicked. And I'm like, that's on y'all. Figure it the fuck out.
Yeah. Matter of fact, up this payroll.
Yeah. You throw some extra cash, and you know what I mean. I'll pick up a fucking Saturday. Yeah. But you gotta pay me if I'm that valuable. Pay a motherfucker.
Motherfuckers don't be trying to pay the value ones around them. That's why shit always go to the bottom.
Yep, and then they'd be surprised when they up and leave and go somewhere else and make more money. Like,
man, you sound like the Bengals, bro. Chill out.
Yeah, sound like T. Higgins right now.
It sound like Jamar Chase right now. It sound like Jamar Chase too.
He still got a year on the contract. T. Higgins is like, I'm out, player.
I feel like to be honest on that. I feel like them firing the defensive coordinator and all that, that'll bring a little bit more money. Like they'll still be able to. I think they're trying to figure it out, but it's all what T. Higgins want to do. Because I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when you go to other teams, bro, you don't live up to the hype because they don't fit the system that they running and they don't put it around you. Like Tyler Boyd, he had a slick, decent year last year with us. No, he did fit this. You don't hear his name.
When you got a guy like Jamar Chase on the other end, he's offsetting you. He's getting double teamed, and that's leaving you single coverage all day long.
Yeah.
So when you leave and go to another team and you're now the number one receiver and you don't have another guy to offset you, now you're getting double teamed. Your numbers obviously aren't going to be as good. You know what I mean? Once you go, and unless he goes to another team where there's another number one, you know what I'm saying, a number one, and he comes in as a number two receiver. You can't go like you don't want to go to a place that doesn't have receivers, number one, because you're going to probably go to a losing team more than likely. Like, for instance, like if he was to say, okay, I'm going to sign with the Raiders. The Raiders don't have any receivers. So he's going to be the number one guy in Oakland, but he's gonna get double coverage, triple coverage all day long. So he's not gonna get the numbers, and it's not gonna be the same.
And I just feel like I mean, Mixon, he having a great year with the Texas. But I just feel like it was time. Like sometimes it'd be a time.
Yeah, but did the Bengals really? But think about it. Did the Bengals screw up on that? I mean, you didn't even trade him.
Running back a dog. Chase Brown.
But man, come on, look at Mixon right now. Mixon is one of the top running backs in the league right now, right? And you just let him go. Should they have got something for him? That's my whole point. Should they have gotten something for him?
Sometimes you got to show love, bro. Sometimes you can't do players like that when they've been loyal to you their whole career. You remember he took a pay cut a couple years ago to stay with us. Sometimes you got to show.
Then he also got paid too, though.
Yeah, sometimes you got to show the players love, bro. Like you can't always put them on some contract. You don't want to always do players like that. You know what I'm saying? And he showed us love. He was a. That Chase Brown motherfucker, it's a dog. He ain't even play a full season. Almost hit 1,000 yards. He got like 1,500 in scrimmage yards, bro. Dude is a dog. He a dog. Hell yeah. And he catching that bitch. And he a dog, bro. He got hurt. He got hurt a few games though. But dude, because they had Zach Moss. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah. I remember they started the season with Zach Moss, didn't they?
And that's my point exactly. And Chase Brown wasn't even starting, and he almost cracked 1,000 yards, bro.
But here's my thing with Chase Brown is now that you get a season underneath this guy, teams now have film on him. Is he going to be the same next year? With Mixon that he was
always going to open up. It's going to open up for him for the simple fact that we got Jamar Chase. And
honestly. And you got a decent little tight end.
Dude, we ain't worried about him just getting yards on the handoff. We ain't worried about him just getting yards on the handoff. We worried about him getting yards for dunks, screen. He could do all that. He could break you down and make somebody else open. Like, because if they're touching on him too, and now it's on Chase, then look, you got other people like what's it, Gesicki? He was balling. We got so many little weapons. It's like who y'all want to play. Like,
and on top of that, Joe Burrows, man, that kid's got that winter blood in him, man. That cold ice in his veins. I might hate on the Bengals, and I'm a natty boy, and I know y'all be like, how the fuck you be hating on the Bengals? Because I rooted for these motherfuckers for like 40 fucking years and they ain't doing shit. That's why. Because I got tired of Mike Brown. And I always said that, and as long as Mike Brown owned him, that I couldn't root for him because he was just shady. But now his kid and everybody in there, I'm like, man, I can't run back to him. You know what I mean? I've been with the Raiders since I was in high school and shit like that. But I still watch him. I still wish him the best and all that shit. I just say smirky shit just to piss people off on.
Man, I was thinking shit too at the beginning of the season, bro. Like, I'm still pissed but I'm not pissed because I know how it goes. Like the year we had our Super Bowl run, we was winning games that we could have lost. This year, we winning games, we losing games we could have won. It goes like that. Hey, no games, bro.
That killed them.
I tell you, only one team, and I tell everybody this, but only one team blew us out. Beat us by more than a touchdown. That was the Eagles. Ain't nobody else beat us more than a touchdown. But why is that? Because we got to work on our defense.
Joe Burrow got better as the year went on, man. That's why I was like,
but it's too late. It's too late.
It was too late, but I think with what I saw, the defense had changed. But you also got to remember they lost a couple guys on defense. They're probably going to lose another dude on defense this year. That one kid, they're saying they're probably more likely not going to be able to sign him back. I want to say Hill or something like that. They were talking about.
Hill. He kind of older though. He cool.
They're saying that the Cowboys are going to make a run for him, stuff like that. So I don't know. I think, I don't know. I think you can franchise tag Higgins for another year.
Yeah, I
don't know. I don't get why any player gets mad over a franchise tag.
Man, you're getting a lot of money.
You're getting the highest. You're getting right with the top receivers. You're getting paid what the top receivers getting paid. You're getting guaranteed
$16 million
money
for the year.
Yes, and that's the thing is these guys talk about we want guaranteed contracts. You getting guaranteed money on a franchise tag. Dak Prescott got $93 million fucking dollars off of fucking franchise tax. He got $33.3 million a fucking year, almost every year for 3 years of getting franchise tagged by the Dallas Cowboys. He got 90 something guaranteed million motherfucking dollars off that shit, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, you probably won't get 90 million guaranteed dollars your whole career. So why not be like, okay, yeah, franchise tag me again, and then next year I'll go to see if I can't get my money. But you're going to be guaranteed, I think, with a wide receiver, almost close to 10, 15 million that you're guaranteed to get in that franchise tag. So you get that in 2 years, you got 20, 25, $30 million guaranteed money. So I don't know how anybody can argue or be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you get injured, that money's still guaranteed. You know what I mean?
I don't see. That's why I used to think about Bell from the Steelers. I'm like, bro, you should have never went to them teams, bro. And that's what I be saying. Certain teams don't run the same and have you looking as good as this team do, bro. Sometimes they put all the weight on your back and you can't carry all the weight, bro.
Yeah, and then on top of that, him taking a year off, you can't do that in your prime as a running back. You cannot do that, bro. You got 5, 6 good years, maybe. If you're a good running back.
And missing money, though. Missing money. Because you injury prone. Bro, take this $15 million for the year. You tripping. You want to get you sign for $10 million. Say sign for bullshit.
Yeah. Yep. But hey, man, we had an early fight this year. First fight we had all year this year in boxing, guys. To open up the year. It was a 4-round fight, man. Ja Apathy, and he defeated David Nakia. Last minute fill-in. This is what I don't like last minute fill-ins for boxing. I don't like giving a guy 2 weeks before he gets the ring. There's a disadvantage, man. I'm not a fan of that. But Ja got hurt early in this fight, came back, ended up winning the fight in the 4th round. But still, it's just in those type of situations, I think you should either postpone the fight, move it down the road, and maybe, keep the same opponent, David Nakia, and still give him the opportunity, but give him at least some time to get a proper training camp in, all that kind of stuff. So I wasn't a big fan of the fight. Ja looked pretty good at cruiserweight. Of course, probably the best cruiserweight right now. They talk about Usyk possibly going back down to cruiserweight to fight him. I just don't, I think that would be silly. And the guy I want to see Ja against has got to be Gilberto Ramirez. And that's who I would like to see him fight, the Cowboy.
I'm lost on the cruise. I'm lost on the cruiserweight shit.
Well, it's far and beyond, it's Colin Smith, Roberto Ramirez, him in there. You got Ja Apatia. Who's the other guy? He's like
they need
at
to
this
put more
point.
cruiserweights on big cards. Like I don't see no cruiserweight fights on big cards. They need to start putting them on big cards. It's like you gotta like when boxing ain't popping, that's when you hear about a cruiserweight fight. You don't hear about it when the Tank Davis fighting or Shakur fighting or David Benavidez fighting or Ben Rodriguez fighting. You don't hear shit about no cruiserweights. You only hear about it in boxing kind of slow. Like I don't hear. That's why I'd be lost on the cruiserweight. Like who? I don't know.
Well, it gets lost in between that 175 and heavyweight. What I mean? It gets overshadowed by the heavyweights, and then you got the 175 division that usually shadows it also. So it's out right between those two pretty good weight divisions. So if they don't have the proper talent at cruiserweight, it just gets kind of put to the side. Nobody really remembers the cruiserweight or who is.
Because I feel like they just don't promote it that good. Like they don't promote cruiserweight fights that good, and they should. Because if you promote them, maybe they'll move up and try to be heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Move up a class from cruiserweight to heavyweight, or go down. Whatever which one. So
with what I've seen from Ja, though, I don't think Ja should move up to heavyweight. I've seen him get rocked.
He was slick.
He's man. Honestly, I just think if I've already seen him get hurt a couple times at cruiserweight. He rebounded. He rebounded well. From both times that he got hurt and won both of those fights. But that shows me that you go up to heavyweight, those guys are obviously punching a lot harder than your cruiserweight guys. And if he can't take a punch at cruiserweight, he more likely can't take a heavy punch at heavyweight.
Let me ask you this. Because a person getting hurt Do you think they can't take a punch, or is it boxing? You can get hurt in boxing anywhere you go.
I mean, you're gonna get. There's always boxing's that sport that one punch can change a whole fight. We
Right.
saw it. Just right before the new year. Who was it? That Jaime Munguia winning the whole
Mm-hmm.
fight. One fight he
Mm-hmm.
lost. One punch and he lost the fight. That's all the
Mm-hmm.
guy. The guy got beat 6 rounds and landed one punch and he won the fight. So
Mm-hmm.
that's boxing for you. But with like to me, I think it's a lack of some defense. Like he's obviously there's something in his defensive skill where he's dropping his guard or he's doing something to get hit with those big punches. Maybe
Uh,
he's trying to throw too many combinations at the same time. And you know what they say, once you get to 3 or 4, you need to step back. You don't want to throw more
yeah.
than 3 combination punches because then
Yeah.
you usually get caught with a counter or something like that. So I don't
Yeah.
know if it's more defensive boxing skill with him
Mm-hmm.
or just boxing. I would say for him, it's more the boxing because he's a great boxer, but he's lacking something. He gets too focused on something and then he loses focus on defense or his guard and it gets him caught. And we've seen him stumble a couple times in those type of situations. So, you
Yeah.
can't do that in the heavyweight division, man. These guys are they're big punchers. So I think that would be bad for him.
Okay.
Heck yeah. That fight was all right. I watched a little bit of fight today. I did not actually put it on our list of stuff to talk about, but it was over there in the UK. It was Callum Simpson, and he just beat the crap out of the dude. I watched it. The undercard was pretty decent. What do we got here? What are our thoughts on Ja and his ceiling? Let's see. This is the guy I think Ja should fight. Gilberto should be for sure his next fight in 2025. I definitely would love to see that by, I'd say, April or May, man. That would be a hell of a fight for us to, for Ja to really kind of test him because I don't really know if he's fought big time talent. And Gilberto is a really good freaking talent, in my opinion. I like him a lot, probably because he got the same cowboy hat I got. You know what I'm saying? So, favorite. All right, man. Who was a prospect of the year for you? I think it's a clear prospect of the
You
year. I
know
think,
who it is.
yeah. But there's a couple guys that got overshadowed, man. I feel like Kane Sandoval and the guy I watched tonight, Sam Hickey, both kind of overshadowed by what Abdullah Mason did. Kane Sandoval was making the argument that, hey, I may not have fought 8 times, but I didn't lose a fight, and I beat my opponents convincingly, every opponent convincingly, and they weren't even a challenge to me.
My
So
man Abdullah did too.
I thought Abdullah did absolutely every single fight. Now we
And
saw
guess
his
what?
8th fight where he got really tested, but his rebound in that was unbelievable. I
But
thought.
look though, yeah, and I like to see you battle test with. But I'm gonna say this: if you overshine on somebody, that means you moving right. Now, I
Yeah,
mean, my shadow ain't the same as yours. When I jump, my shadow, your shadow ain't gonna jump at the same time. So I gotta be doing something better than you. I gotta.
yeah,
If it took me to fight 20 times in 1 year, I overshadowed you, bro. That's what I'm
yeah,
here to do. I'm here to
yeah,
make them
exactly.
talk about me. And guess what? You getting knocked down is me being battle tested. That makes the people talk more. Oh, now they really want to see what I can do on my next fight.
Yeah,
How I'm a, what did I work on? What I'm gonna do different. But
how you
for that,
rebound from that fight, make
I got to
adjustments.
do it, man. Just like how many times he fought, bro. He fought like a fucking amateur, bro. Like he was fighting like he was going to seven grand tournaments, and that shit was nice. I like that. And then he fighting again in February, so he keeping the bus moving. Like
Yeah,
we about to
I
see him
love that
again in
because
February, bro.
yeah,
But
and
I'm
I love
glad he
that,
got a
and I
little
like
bit more rest, though. I'm glad he got a
yeah,
little bit more rest, though,
he
because
did. He did. I'm glad he definitely needed. I mean, you fight eight
yeah, he
times in
needed.
1 year.
Yeah, he
8 times
needed.
in 1 year. He was fighting every month, every other month. He was on
Yeah,
the card. He
yeah.
fought in like fucking the end of June and was on the card in August 15th. You
Yeah,
know
because
what I'm saying?
we was like, he
And
fighting again? What the fuck? We
he
couldn't
wasn't
believe
even done with the fight, and they had
it.
already announced he was going to be on the August 15th card. And I'm like, damn, he didn't even finish this
Hey,
fight. Like,
we was like, bro, he fighting again. Hey, I remember that because he like, bro, he about to fight it. I think I told you like, bro, he about to fight again, bro. He
yeah,
fighting again,
yeah.
and then he
I
about to
think
fight
he,
again in February, though.
yeah, yeah. No, well, exactly because he fought what November was the last time he fought. Took about a month
Yeah,
off. took a couple months off, but he's not taking time off. He's in the gym. So he's not actually taking time off. He might have taken some time with the family and stuff like that, but he's always
get him a little bit more rest.
him and brother. Yeah. So, but I think that's smart. But I'd love to see in 2025, man, my biggest thing that I need to see, and I need to see boxing start being a little bit more strict. We got to stop having champions fight once a year. Once a year champions, man, that shit is fucking annoying. You know what I mean? Like, if you're 35 years old, why are you fighting once a year? You know what I'm saying? Like, get those fights in. And I just, to me, like, I got to see these guys fight a lot more. And if you see a young guy like Abdullah Mason fighting 8 times a year, why can't a champion fight 3 times a year? Yeah, I mean, that's plenty of time off between fights.
How many times did Floyd fight a year?
I would say Floyd fought at least 2 to 3 times a year. Every year. So? I would say.
I know he fought in May. I know he fought in May a lot.
Yeah. He was kind of like Canelo. He had the times of years that he liked to fight, that he would put his fights on and stuff like that. But yeah, I think you got to fight 2 to 3 times a year. If the once a year champion, man, I just think that holds up. It holds up divisions.
The 1 year shit though is kind of like, and then it's like it'd be scary too, because it'd be like, bro, you've been out the rain, like,
yeah. It's like, man, you've been out
even
for a year.
Even though you've been spurned and they click on, that shit might not click back like it would when you was younger. Like, okay, let me get this rust off. That rush might stay on you. It might be over. Might not copyright. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's about staying in the gym. But I know some fighters' some people's bodies different though. Like, I could do 1,000 push-ups a day. You could do 1,000 push-ups a day. You might build a different part of your body than I might build a different part. It might get down to your own. True. And we doing it exactly the same. So some people's bodies heal different where they need that little rest and shit. Like let me not to where they going overweight though. Like, don't be picking up 30, 40, 50 pounds and then dropping back down. That's not good.
No. And that brings me to the question though, because we talk about that. Putting on 30, 40 pounds and dropping back down. The rumor is that Canelo Crawford is going to happen. Turkey and Canelo was seen taking a picture and shaking hands, and it's been said that in May, that this is probably the fight that's going to happen. In May. In May.
I might try to get to that, bro.
Now, remember, Crawford supposedly injured. Is Crawford putting on the weight right now? Is he trying to bulk up for this fight in May because he knows he's going to get it? Because otherwise, I mean, that's a lot of weight. He's gonna need that time that he's been off since his last fight. Yeah, really kind of. I mean, what are we talking about? 154, 168. So I mean, for a boxer, like a lot of people don't realize, when you, the average person like me, a dad, I can put on 15 pounds in a year, like it ain't shit, and be like, damn, man, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Boxers, they stay in such shape that they're constantly sweating, they're constantly working out, they're constantly burning that fat and that all that other shit that your body's burning. Like you work out consistently. How well do you put on weight? And when you want to put it on, like for me, okay, asking a guy who works out, how hard is it to put that weight on when you want to put it on? How hard is it to bulk up?
I don't think it's hard to bulk up. I think it's hard to lose that shit.
It's harder to lose.
All right, like today, for instance, before I went to the gym, I don't know though. My body different. Like my girl be like, I don't know how you do it. Like I'm gonna do it tomorrow too. I'm probably gonna take a picture of it, but I take a picture of it today. Today I made 205 before I went to the gym. Okay. I ain't do my hardest workout, but I did my run when in the summer, because I've been off because of the snow. I ain't want to be crazy. So out of that, how much? I'm gonna ask you, how much weight you think I lost? If I lost, I ran 3 miles and went in the sauna. I was 205. What you would give me?
I'd say about 198.
Close. 200.
200. So you lost instead of
5
pounds from just doing that.
From just doing that.
Okay. Now, if you wanted to bulk up,
I'm gonna do my extra shit tomorrow. Sunday, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do my extra shit because I'm gonna try to go to the gym a little early. I'm gonna do my extra shit tomorrow. I ain't lifting no weights from me. I'm gonna do my extra shit tomorrow. I'm gonna weigh myself when I wake up though, because I probably gonna pick up a little weight. That's how I go. Especially I done ate and shit. So I probably wake
Yeah.
up about 203, 202. I'm gonna record. I'm gonna do my full what I do on the treadmill. Come on. Even if it hurt.
Okay.
Today it kinda hurt.
So
And I'm gonna do a
Terrence has
little
got to
bit.
put from 154 to
But to
168.
put on weight, I don't know. I never really tried to put on weight. I just be going. It seems like my body drops the weight, but it looks like I weigh, but I don't. Like I was weighing 185. It looked like I weighed like if you go to my old Instagram shit, I was 185, bro. But it looked like I'm two something. You get
Really?
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I don't know. For some people might be different, but I don't really like taking protein and shit. I like to eat that shit and take my vitamins, but I don't really like taking protein powders and I don't really like to take substances like that. I don't like to
Yeah.
really take protein powder. Like
Now,
I
my
just
thing, if Crawford really is injured, truly injured, like he claims, and I don't know if he is or not. I'm not going to call the guy a liar or say he's bullshitting people because I don't know if he is or not. If he truly is injured and he's not due back till May, would it be stupid to take that fight in May? Should he
nah,
push
because
it
they
to
both been
September?
off around the same time. They both
But
been
if you're
around
coming
the
back
time.
off an injury in May, let's say what's Cinco de Mayo? Usually about May 4th, some shit like that. May 5th.
He probably ain't off. He probably good, man. By now, he good. Trust me. I
Yeah.
think it might be for this fight. They probably announced it around March.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
right after everybody get their little spotlight out the way. Because I can
Yeah.
see Terrence Crawford and Canelo doing it. Like, we're gonna let these boys shine. So we're gonna be in their way and everybody talking about that. And then boom, we're
Yeah.
gonna pop out with our shit. And then we're gonna go how we go. So they probably announced who the last fight, Devontae Davis, depending on the
Uh,
night, announced
you
it
know,
like,
I don't know what the fuck's going on with that Davis fight, bro.
oh, it's happening. It's happening. Man, Tank is trolling, bro. It's happening, bro. It's happening.
Okay,
It's happening.
yeah, because
Yeah.
he's putting shit out there that ain't happening.
No, he talking shit,
Coach's
bro.
dad is like, nah, it's
He
happening.
talking shit. He talking shit,
Yeah,
bro.
so
He
that fight kind of
trolling.
had me a little bit worried about what was going to happen with that
Nah,
one. What is that?
hell
The
no, it's
beginning of
happening.
March or something like that?
More
Because I
something.
know beginning of March, I think that one is because he wanted to be on the Benavidez card. He
Yeah.
wanted to be the co-main event on that card, and then it didn't work out. So I think they moved it
But
to like March
Benavidez, they
1st.
probably talked about it because Benavidez was like for real. He he got to just, you know what I mean, do his thing. Well, he was talking about Tank, but it was like, but like I said though, like why have two big superstars on one card when you got to make this money and you're gonna probably sell out with this fight and then come back with it and sell out for the Tank fight. Especially if you got these two fighters under one promotion. It was cool when
Yeah,
y'all did it. Yeah, it was cool when y'all did it. But these ain't upcoming fighters. These is dudes with a name in the boxing game.
yeah,
So
yeah,
why
yeah,
why
yeah,
put on one under the undercard? We'd love to see it, but let an upcoming fighter that we know and that we feel like as fans
yep,
feel like ready to step it up and let him be on one of those
exactly.
undercards.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
let them both do that and then overshadow the next generation because then it's like you feel me? Because a lot of
yeah.
people
Because then
we into
everybody's
boxing,
focused on the
a lot
co-main
of
event.
people
And
don't
main event.
even know who next. People don't
Yeah,
even know who next. People don't even know who Shakur fighting. We do, but they don't.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like so it's just like, yeah, man, let these guys no. I wouldn't want to see that anyway. Let these guys get their shine
yeah,
on. I felt
yeah,
like I felt like Tank doing that for David Benavidez was kind of good for David Benavidez because it was
yeah.
like, okay,
Because he,
who is this
yeah,
dude? We'll go look. They'd probably go look and be like, oh, okay. But it wasn't that attachment to him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I
Exactly.
think
You're going to
him
get more
fight.
attention for fighting
Oh,
underneath Tank than Tank fighting
oh,
underneath you
yeah,
because
right.
Tank sells. Tank sells.
Right,
We know that.
right,
Yeah,
right, right. So somebody might see a tank fight and be like, "I'm cool. I'll leave and watch that on TV. I'm tired." You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
okay, let's wait for David Benavidez. We got to see David Benavidez to see Tank. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Yep.
different. And then it's like let him build his name because he got a name. We know who he is. That's my favorite Mexican fighter right now. So
Man, my favorite is
and
Bam
one of my
Bam Rodriguez.
top five fighters. So yeah, Bam making his way. Bam like he took Teofimo crown ass fight for sure. I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with Ryan. So I say Bam my second. I don't fuck with Canelo. So I say Bam my
Yeah,
second. You got me hit the Bam. I like how
yeah,
he
yeah,
moves. But but yeah, man, just you know, let him do his own thing.
yeah. Let these guys get
Let him
their
do his
shine
own
on, man.
thing,
Because
man. Yeah,
the end of
let him do his
January
own
going
thing.
into February is going to be really nice because you got the end
Yeah,
of
yeah.
January,
You know
you
we
got
always
really good
start like that.
fights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
always start like
Well,
that.
but what I want to see this year, man, is I'm not so much for them starting out the gate like they did in 2024. Like we got it all by the end of July, and then from August,
It
and
was
it was
slow.
like fucking hit and miss. Like, oh man, we're gonna get a fight this month, and then 2 months later we're gonna get another good fight, and then
Mm.
2 months after that. So it wasn't like we were getting like we like last year started January popping, February popping. We got big fights in all the way to April with the Ryan Garcia, fucking Devin Haney fight, and then trickled just down into July with just amazing fights with Shakur and Davis, Benavidez, all these guys, Terrence Crawford. Great, amazing cards. Better be, but and Baval, which was later in October, of course, but just amazing cards early. And now I'm kind of like, man, I kind of want them to start out a little bit, but then hold some of that for later in the year. But we also talked, it could be a lot to do with other sports. Like the summertime, you don't have football.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have competition like you do in the winter where you
yeah,
got college basketball, pro
yeah,
basketball, you got pro
yeah,
football, college football. So you got four other sports you're competing against. In the summertime, you're really just competing against what? Soccer, hockey, and baseball.
yeah. But that's what I was trying to say. I think that's what I was trying to say last time though. Like uh um if you got the right fighters, don't have to worry about no other sports. Because basketball, I don't watch that shit at all, bro. Like I
Not
don't,
that early in the year.
I
Yeah.
look basketball damn near fell in the position of baseball to me, bro. I go to the
Yeah.
game and watch it, but
Yeah.
bro, I'm not watching no full basketball game on my TV, bro. It's just not happening. And I
Yeah.
love basketball, but it's just not happening, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's
The
not.
last
It
two
don't got
years, I
not
fell
catch
off.
my. It don't
Yeah.
catch my eye. Even college, like it's just like I don't know, bro. It's not the same. It's something about basketball. It's not like I don't know. I don't think we got them sensations
Well,
like
that
that.
and the game has changed so much, also, man. Like, I watch guys carry all day, every day. I watch guys travel, take 6, 7 steps, and it's not called. And I'm just like, the fuck am
Yeah,
I watching, man? Like, I
but
can't watch a sport that I grew up. We grew up in the era where you was taught to bounce, and if you went like
yeah,
that was a carry, and if
yeah,
you took more than 3 sets, that was a
yeah.
travel, and it
Some of
like
these
certain
moves
the
they
rules
got
are
now.
completely different. Now it's just like free for all. You know what I mean? Like you'll see a guy take 4 or 5 steps and it's not called. And the NBA doesn't want the refs making those calls either. They
Yeah,
made a more lenient travel rule to where,
yeah.
yeah, you can do more than 3 steps. It's not in the rule that you can, but they let these refs know to cut back on those. The carry rule, I'm pretty sure, doesn't even exist anymore in basketball because you don't call any high school, college,
I
or
mean,
pro.
but
That's never
Carrie
called.
was always like some bullshit to me. I ain't gonna lie. For me playing basketball, I felt cause I used to bounce the ball and I used to be like I used to do the little hazy, and I'd be like carrying, and I'd be lost. Like, how the fuck am I carrying? Like,
Yeah.
boom, 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 slow. I might move slow, like, and hit them with the hazy, but
Man,
they call it carry.
if I'd have
And
been
then when you
able
bounce
to,
the ball too high, it's carry. You should be able to bounce that bitch as
yeah, if you
high
like get up to
as
here or something like that, they
yeah.
would call
Like
carry on you.
yeah,
Yeah,
like and you should be able to, as long as I'm not actually carrying the ball, cuffing the ball where I'm walking with it, it shouldn't be no damn carry. I
yeah,
never understand. You should be able to bounce the ball how you want to. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
If I'm
not
about to
bounce it
go
over
here,
the
as long as
motherfucker
my hand was like
over
that.
head or nothing, but bounce it like how you want to bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I never
Well,
got
what
that.
most of these guys do with their hand, I used to use my head and my body to do that
Yeah,
same motion. Like what people
yeah,
like when they go like that,
yeah,
I
yeah,
used to just be like with my head or my body,
yeah.
just kind of like
Hit the fake
get them
with
right
your
in the
head.
net.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then
yeah,
dribble like because you would get called like if I went like that every time carry. It's like, damn,
yeah,
bro, what the fuck? And you don't even
yeah.
know. It's hard to really
And then,
notice it.
and then I used to be so fast, so I hit with the jab move and
Mhm.
take off. But I'm putting the ball down. Swear to God, bro.
Yeah, that
I
first
used to have
step,
a
that first
motherfucker be
step was
like, my first step was so fast. They'd be
mine.
like, you travel? No, I'm not, bro. And I show them like, bro, I'm fast,
Yeah,
bro.
the
I'm
ball's going
super
on the
like,
ground, but yeah,
yeah,
that was
I'm
the biggest
fast,
thing
bro.
when I played ball in school and shit like that. My first step was vicious, bro. Like I'd shoot past you and you wouldn't even like, oh damn, this motherfucker already gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like I remember breaking this dude's ankle. He was like supposed to be a defensive fucking specialist. And they're
yeah,
like, and I'm dogging this one dude, and he's like, bro, I can't guard him. You know, Kevin,
yeah,
guard him, bro. I can't guard this
yeah,
dude. You got to get on him. And the first
yeah.
time this dude got on me, fuck, fell back. Man, this
Yeah,
motherfucker really broke my ankle, bro. Like he was laying on the
yeah,
ground holding his ankle and shit. And I'm like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's that first step, bro. Like I go right past you. You don't see me
yeah.
coming.
Yeah, that
But
first
yeah,
step a bad motherfucker.
I feel like I just feel like it's the sport's changed a lot for me to where I think it's just a more faster paced sport, more athletic. These guys are fucking 40 times faster than what they were in the 90s and 80s, bro. Like, I mean, we talk about the first step. These guys got the fucking cheetah step. It ain't even the first step, and it's a cheetah step. They're gone. Like, so it's hard to get back on defense when these guys are flying down the motherfucking court and they're already halfway down the court before you can get a set defense back. Like, so it's
Yeah,
a different sport in that way, also, in my opinion.
yeah. If you ever look though, OKC got this player. You probably hit to him because he went to Kentucky. Shea,
Yeah, Shea Gilbert Alexander, something like that.
bruh. Oh my, bruh.
He
I
was a
know.
beast at Kentucky. He was a beast
Yeah,
at
I know, I
Kentucky.
know, I know, I know. The Clippers mad they got rid of him, bro. I'm talking about. Oh my God, he don't do all that shooting that, bro. He got a basic ball, bro. He
And you
ball.
know what's fucked up, don't you? The
Oh,
Clippers. What are the Clippers doing right now? Were they doing
no,
shitty?
no, they all right.
Okay, because if
All
they
right.
end the year, because Oklahoma City has their pick this year coming up. So if they end up doing crappy and get a
Oh no,
lottery pick,
I don't think
it
they're gonna do
goes to
crap.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't think they doing decent. I'm surprised because they had a winning record and what's the number been on Kawhi Leonard and
Yeah,
James
Kawhi
Harden
had
was
to step
carrying.
away for a minute with those
Yeah,
fires out there. That's what they were saying.
he what?
He had to step away with the fires out there in
Oh,
California or
just
something.
again, just now.
Yeah, he
Eh,
took some time away or some shit they were saying because the shit that's going on in California with those fires
Yeah.
and everything.
Mm,
So yeah. But getting back on track with our boxing, man. Of course, we love sports, bro. We're just sports people. Like I love every
yeah.
sport. We talk boxing. It's called Bourbon and Boxing, but I love to bring up other sports. Like for example, when the University of Notre Dame comes out in the college football playoffs, and they just start dominating all these big schools like Georgia and Penn State, and then they're gonna go next in 2 weeks from now, and they're gonna just go and manhandle Ohio State like they should, and we're gonna show the country what real football is. Baby, let's go Irish. Look, my
Mhm,
guy say, he's like, man, Ohio
mhm.
State about to hand it to you. This is gonna be a good one. What
Yeah.
you think of that,
I
though? Let's get your opinion on the national
I think
championship.
I mean I really ain't watching no either one of the teams, but I know Notre Dame coach. He up and coming. He ain't been there for probably 2 years, three, two.
This is, I think, his third year overall at Notre Dame.
Yeah, he
Uh,
doing good thing. He doing good things. So you know, I'm a
hey, I
little
said it,
scared.
man. They had to hire him. I said it. If they would have let him go,
Where he
bro, that
come
would
from?
have pissed me off. He was with Brian Kelly. He came from Ohio State. He's an Ohio State player. He played at Ohio State. He coached as a defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator at Ohio State at one point. And then
they're gonna lose. I'm sorry to tell you that, bro. You shouldn't have said that.
He gonna whoop him. He already Ohio State's already mad at him because he made comments about Notre Dame and how different it is in Ohio State. And he was like, man, academically, if he's like, when I came and played football, he's like, I was not just a football player, I was an academic guy too. I made good grades. He's like, so if I would have had to choose, go back in time and make a choice, I would have chose Notre Dame because of the academics. And he was like, I don't get NIL money to pay these guys. Like, think about it though. Look at the day and age we're in right now. Notre Dame, we don't you can go earn NIL money. We're one of the lowest NIL schools out there. Like Notre Dame doesn't give. Yeah, they're like
they already rich. Rich ass kids already rich.
Well, the thing is that you academically have to be eligible. Yeah,
and they most likely rich ass kids.
Yeah, you just can't be like playing football. Like if you ain't making the grades, like
you got to make the grades. That's just like them and USC. I think that's part of USC.
Well, now Carson Palmer told the story. Carson Palmer said, "I grew up a huge Notre Dame fan. It was my dream. I was gonna go to Notre Dame. I was gonna play for Notre Dame." He said, "I applied at Notre Dame. I was going to go to Notre Dame, and then Notre Dame said, academically, you don't meet the standards. So they let him go, didn't pick him, and he went to USC just so he could beat Notre Dame every year. He said, I went to USC so I could beat him every year. And he did beat us every fucking year, too. But it's shit like that. We had Randy Moss, too. You know that? They had Randy Moss. They were going to take Randy Moss, and then right before he was about to start the season, he got into some kind of fight or some shit like that. And it got him kicked off the team, and they sent him down to Florida State where he didn't pan out there, and then he ended up at Marshall. But so they can get any of the big guys in the country, but you got to also be focused on your grades.
I
mean these guys at Georgia.
USC was like that too, though. I heard USC
not really, man. They're kind of lenient. USC is, California team. Like, think about it. They had at one point.
It might not be USC. It might not be. It's another school like that though. That
Stanford's like that.
Stanford's
definitely like that. Like you gotta make those grades to be able to go to a place like that. I think BYU.
I'm about to say BYU, but I heard you can't even have sex at BYU.
Now you can't even hold hands or kiss a girl at BYU. That's weird. That's weird.
They kick you out. They kick you out for that.
And it's crazy they got that school named after Brigham Young. That dude was a fucking murderer, bro. Like that motherfucker killed in the name of God, used God to kill mass motherfuckers in Utah, bro. Like that dude was if you look at his history, that motherfucker was a dirtbag. I think it's gonna be a good game. Ohio State has a hell of a fucking offense. They can score. So Notre Dame has to be able to score with them, but Notre Dame's got they can score. They can put up 30 points, 35 points a game, and they got a defense too. The one thing I think is going to make the difference in this game is Notre Dame has a mobile quarterback, a guy that can run and score and throw the ball.
I see you saying that shit about Texas.
I said it. Did I not say? You saw that, right? And what didn't they do? If they would have put Eli or what's his name? Archie?
Archie, man.
Yeah. If they would have put him in that game.
They did a run. Yeah. They only put him in for that player.
Exactly. They should have started him in that game because he's a more mobile style quarterback. He can move, he can run, he can throw the ball. You have to have, with Ohio State coming off the edges the way they do, you got to get the fuck. You got to be able to get rid of that ball or fucking run up the field and get ready to run, man. These guys come off the edges. Their defense is way highly under it. They get overshadowed because of the offense. But Ohio State's defense is just as good as their offense. They come off them edges. And if you can't get rid of that ball or run, you're going to get fucked all night.
Their edge has always been like, though. They defensive ends, they always got some nice defensive ends. And wide receivers, boy. That young boy, they was triple teaming him yesterday. We got somebody from Cincinnati, though. He a corner. He started too. He a sophomore this year. He's so far. So I gotta go. Cincinnati, man. I see somebody
Yeah.
on Cincinnati.
Somebody asked me, that was like, you live in Ohio, how can you not be an Ohio State fan? I said, because I'm born in Kentucky, baby. Like, I'm a
Yeah,
Kentucky boy. Like, I live in
yeah,
Ohio for the last 11 years, but I
yeah,
can't root for, like, I've never been a Bearcat fan. I
yeah.
was a Kentucky fan. I had friends that were Bearcat fans, and it was a good rivalry in the 90s, even though we
Mhm.
never really played each other. Uh,
Yeah,
it was a good back and forth. At least we'd talk trash to each other on who was
yeah,
better, shit like that. But I kind of always liked Xavier a little bit. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, not like him, but I'm like, okay,
They
Xavier's
one
all
of them
right.
schools too, academic for real.
Yeah,
Kind,
yep. And they always seem
kind.
to get good coaches. You know what I mean, and put good coaches out there like
Yeah.
Mac and who's back there now? Is Sean Miller
Miller,
back with
Sean
him? And
Miller.
Sean
Yeah, he
Miller's
came
back
back.
with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had him and his brother Archie Miller was a pretty
yeah.
good coach with him also. So yeah, some good shit over here in Cincinnati. What Cincinnati do today? They beat Kansas, or what they do in that game? Did you watch that one?
I ain't even watch it. I ain't been watching. Like I said, I ain't been watching basketball, bro. I catch
Man,
up
I'll
when they
keep
get
up
to
with a
the.
little bit college basketball because of my Wildcats. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
early in the year, though, is kind of hard. I wait for it to get to conference play
I think what threw
around
me off in
February.
college too, for real, was like I ain't been hearing no sensations, and then not only that, like far as the COVID shit, bro. Like all the players, I don't even know who was the good players during COVID. Like where they go,
Uh,
where they at now. I don't hear about none of
right
them
now,
Jazz.
it's the guy out there right now that everybody's talking about, the number one draft pick for next year is Cooper Flag out of Duke.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm hip to Cooper Flag. I'm
I'm
hip to
not
him.
super impressed with him. He dropped 42 today, so I can say I'm not impressed with him. But
I
dude
think
dropped
he
some
gonna have
points.
a basic game when he gets to the
I
NBA, bro.
swear he looks like a basic player in college,
He
and
don't.
that's why I'm just like he doesn't do anything that stands out to me that makes him.
Yeah, like
But at the
making.
same time, if you look at Luca doesn't look like that guy. Luca moves slow as fuck. Like you
Nah,
feel like he
I ain't
does,
gonna lie.
but then he blows
Luca,
by dudes.
Luca different though. His game is like I don't see like I don't see what they see. Like he good. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't know, bro. I just don't see like oh yeah, like that shit when I was seeing when Zion was at Duke, like oh yeah,
Yeah,
or John Morant was playing, it was like oh yeah, or Trey,
yeah.
or
Trey Young.
Trey.
Yep.
Trey Young, when he was pulling up, like, damn, he gonna be cold because you get more space in the NBA. It's a
Yeah.
little bit more
Even
space than it is
the
in
guy
college.
we were just talking about, Shea Gilder Alexander. I saw
Yeah,
that him in
yeah,
college. I was like, this dude's good, bro. He's really good.
yeah.
Uh,
Even what's the name of Maxie? I knew Maxie was
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
a
yep,
beast. He
yep.
was a sleeper.
Tyrese Maxey.
Maxie
Yeah,
was man, he was a beast, bro. He was a
yep,
monster, bro. Like so, what
yeah.
Arkansas doing since Calipari? Calipari?
They, they got about 3 or 4 losses right now. He's, the one thing is without being a Kentucky fan, without throwing shade at Calipari too much, because yeah, we loved what we got when he was here, but man, it got old real quick when you're bringing guys in and you can't win. Calipari is not a good fucking coach, bro. You can get to
I don't think.
talent, but you got to coach those boys. And he does,
Yeah,
like me watching Mark Pope this year at Kentucky, making like we were down to Duke by 10 going into halftime. He made the proper adjustments, came out and won that fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Calipari doesn't do that. Calipari's quick to say this dude, and this dude didn't do their job, but he don't make any adjustments at halftime
I
to
think he be
really
letting
kind
them
of change
boys
the game.
learn. I think he was letting them boys learn for real. But I thought I think he was more like, I'm gonna get your son to the NBA. I don't think
Yeah.
he was worried about championships and all. Because I
No, he
done
never
seen
was.
I
He
seen he
was
went to the
literally,
championship with the worst Kentucky team
yeah.
when they lost
And he
against
should have
Utah.
won with that John Walls team. Fucking
Should
that
have
John
won with
Walls
John
cousin
Wall
team. God
and
damn, bro.
DeMarcus
That was,
Cousins. They had John Wall, DeMarcus
yeah.
Cousins.
With the year
Man,
he had the
they
Harrison brothers. Yeah.
yeah, the two twins,
Yep,
the
yep. That
Harrison
was a
brothers.
beastly
Yeah,
motherfucking team. He should have won with that
yeah.
team. He should have won with the John Wall team.
What was that one center they had? I remember the one year, Orton. You remember Orton?
Yeah, yep. I'll tell you the best center they had that he never took advantage of was motherfucking Cat. Man,
Oh
if he
yeah,
would
Cat was
have,
a monster.
he was rotating that. That's when he was doing that fucking double
Damn,
rotation, five
Kylie
starters in and
Stein,
out.
Kylie
Yeah,
Cat. Okay,
yeah.
one
If he
Kylie
would have
Stein there
played,
with Cat, or is I'm tripping?
who was it? I know it was like Michael Michael Kidd Gilchrist was there with Cat. The Harrison brothers was there with Cat. That's when he had so much talent that he was doing that 5 out, 5 in rotation, and he would just do it in the middle of the game. Nobody had an opportunity to get hot. Like if he would have played Cat 25 minutes every game, they would have won a national championship just off of Cat alone, in my opinion. Wasn't nobody able to stop him. Still with me, Big Spade? Think I lost you, my guy. Where we go here? We talked about the number one, who we thought the best prospect was this year so far, guys. Of course, Abdullah Mason takes that card by far, man. You back? He's back. All right.
You
What's
can
up with
hear
it?
me? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
back.
can
I
hear
was
you.
on here. You probably. I don't know why I couldn't. I was trying to look up something for us real quick. I hate having to guess and
Yeah, yeah.
see what was on the
Getting
thing.
back into our boxing news, man. It
Oh,
looks like
Palestine was there. Hold on,
who
no, you
was?
playing? Oh
Who
no,
was?
this was nah. That was
Yeah.
with Derek Johnson and now Derek Johnson, Randall. Did Randall come after Cat or before Cat?
Randall came before Cat. Wait, if I'm right, Randall was with no, he was with Calipari, but he was before Cat.
Yeah, he was with the Twins too. The Twins. I think
Yeah,
they was just, yeah. No, yeah, I think only one. Oh yeah, Andrew and Aaron.
yeah. Both the twins
Oh,
were there. I want to say when Cat was there.
nah, Cat wasn't there.
Cat wasn't there with the twins. What team was the Cat with?
Nah.
I know he was part of that double rotation team that they had when
Oh
he
yeah,
was
Cat
bringing.
was there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Cat. It was Cat County thing. Marcus Lee was at decent. I remember Marcus Lee was
yeah,
it was Brooks, Brooks, the Harrison brothers. Tyler
yeah,
Lewis. I like the Tyler Lewis. He went to film.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was just too little, man. Kylie Stein.
He did pretty decent. I didn't. Was Fox on that team?
Nah, Fox was with
Fox
what's
is
his
one of
name?
my favorite players out of Kentucky ever, bro.
Fox should have went to the Lakers, but Fox was with what's his name he with right now. What's
Sacramento.
his yeah, no, the who he playing with. He played with him in college. It was Fox. What was my boy? What's his name, man? I can't even think of his name, man.
I'm trying to
I
think.
hate
I know.
that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not just serious.
Yeah,
Fox
there was so
came
many
out.
of them. So many of those dudes. I
Fox
forget
came out.
guys all the time. But getting back into our boxing, man, it looks like Keyshawn Davis will be fighting Burchink. And Xander Zayas is also going to be on that undercard, man. That's going to have looks like Malinicki on there. And it's going to be a New York triple header fight on February 14th, man. Keyshawn definitely stepping up to get a belt finally. Will we see if Keyshawn can beat Barachink? Can he get a fight against Gervonta Davis?
Did you hear me?
I can hear you.
I not before Shakur. Not before Shakur. Unless he know he
You
can
don't
fight
think before
Shakur now.
Shakur, but what if
Yeah.
he was end this year with Shakur? What if we ended the year with Shakur Davis in December?
I'm saying if we know we're gonna get the Shakur and Tank fight for sure, then yeah. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, because Tank is pretty much talking about at the end of this year he's going to retire. Now I don't know how much we hold him to that, but if he does, he said there's 3 fights that he wants. He wants to fight 3 fights this year alone and make this his last year. I mean, I'd like to see him go beyond that, but I think you definitely would have to end it with you got to fight Shakur before you leave.
Mm. Not to cut you off, but it's Malik Monk. I'm in Malik Monk fight.
What is it?
Play. I said fight him and Malik Fox and Malik Monk was in Kentucky together.
Oh, Malik Monk.
Monk,
Yeah.
yeah,
Malik Monk was a dog, bro.
Yeah, so, yeah.
He was a dog. He was a
Scotty
beast.
Debo, he was there too. But yeah, Malik Monk, man, he was a monster for Kentucky for sure. For
Yeah, yeah,
sure. But yeah, I just feel like I mean, I would love to see it, but I feel like if he don't knock him off and then go for Shakur, then yeah. But if you don't got no plans on plans on fighting Shakur, then they go either way. But I don't feel like he should get Keyshawn Davis should get that fight before Shakur. I just don't. I feel like that'd be some bullshit. Like, because what if Keyshawn beats him?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
And then what?
I want to see what he does
Keyshawn is
against.
never gonna fight. So
Who is it?
Keyshawn and Keyshawn and Shakur ain't gonna never fight. So hey,
No, they're in the same camp, so I don't see it happening. But uh, to me, I don't know. I feel like that 135 division's getting too stagnant. These guys aren't fighting each other.
hell yeah,
To see Barichick and Davis fighting, that's a good. I think because that's a
that's in
title fight.
February too.
Yeah. So Loma, I think, should have to give his belt up. We don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's saying he's going to retire. So that belt needs to be up for grabs. I don't know who you put in a position. Maybe Raymond Mortala in a position to win that belt would make things really interesting.
But how good is Bubba Chuck? I mean, who he fighting? Bubba who? Who he fighting?
I mean, the only fight
Keyshawn
that I've
Davis.
seen that he's a guy.
Barichick?
He's Barichick. He's a guy who beat Emmanuel Navarrete for that
Man,
vacant WBO or something belt that they had available. So that's the only fight I've ever seen this guy in. He's out of the Ukraine. Ukraine produces really good fucking fighters, to be honest with you. He's
yeah.
got great defense, and that's pretty much what he did. He countered the fuck out of Emmanuel Navarrete. He never fell into his trap. He made Emmanuel come to him. Like he didn't allow him to use his distance. Played great defense and countered him the whole fucking fight. Now, I think this is going to be Keyshawn's best test at this point by far. I mean, no doubt,
And,
because I don't
and
think.
not to cut you off, but what I said, I mean, Shakur would have did to Navarrete if they fought. He would have been countering the fuck out of him. Like he's a
Yeah,
fighter you could just counter. He throws so many punches, and all you gotta do is wait for that wild ass shit to come.
yeah,
And keep
yeah,
letting him
because
throw
he
that wild
bounces
ass.
out. He
Especially if
likes
you
to
got some,
bounce.
yeah. Especially if you got some type of defense on you,
Yep,
and you ain't
yep.
just no come forward fighter. If
Mhm.
you just a come forward fighter, he gonna kick your ass. That's all
Yeah,
you can do. He gonna tear your ass up.
yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. Hey, you off this Wednesday?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I got a guy in Australia who wants to do the show with us. He's got a page called Boxing Wrap Up. Uh, if I'm correct. I've been talking to him for a while. He knows his shit. He's out of Australia. I'm like, man, it'd be nice to have you on the show. His name's Luke. He just contacted me back. I kind of wanted to jump in tonight, but he's all the way in Sydney. So I was like, man, if we're jumping on at 10, I don't know what time it is over there.
Yeah.
So probably I'm thinking I work Wednesday, but I probably get out around 3. So if you're available around that time, we'll try to get him on for the show then.
Oh yeah, 3. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
straight.
Check out his page, Boxing Wrap Up. It's pretty nice, man. I like him. He stays up the track like us. You know what I mean? Seems like an independent dude trying to do his
Yeah.
own thing. Boxing. Like to have him on the show. Been trying to get him on for a while. So, yeah, he just connected back with me. But, yeah, we'll try to connect with him. Once again, the Boxing Wrap Up. Check that out, guys, on Facebook. You can also check us out. Once again, man, don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Amazon, iHeart, Spotify. Our Spotify delayed our episode on YouTube last week for like 2 fucking days. I posted it after we got done, and I noticed for like 2 days it wasn't posting it to our YouTube. I did the podcast version on there, and I went back on a few days ago, and it's on there now. But I don't know why it delayed it on us. But yeah, you can check us out on all these platforms, guys. We're all over the place, man. We're gonna have a good year this year. I feel like get back on track. Like I said, hopefully boxing doesn't have a flat tire like it did last year going into the end of the year, and it could keep us going, man, because we are two working guys. We're two parents, man. We're two dads just trying to do our thing. So we need boxing to stay relevant and stay going so we can give you guys some conversations, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We also got some news going on. Negotiations taking place between Daron Ennis, and he's in a fight against Amantis Stanonis or Mario Barrios. Who would you rather see Boots fight right now? Would you like to see him fight Stanonis, or would you like to see him fight Barrios in a opportunity to unify the division? Who do you
Mario
think's the better
Barrio.
fight?
Mario
Mario
Barrio.
Barrios?
I don't know nothing about saying so. Mario
Stanonis is
Barrio.
taking too much time off for me, in my opinion. He's taking a lot of time off, and I think to me that you know, he's fought once in the last, I want to say 3 or 4 years, honestly, like one time because he was scheduled to fight. Man, I hear my kids going crazy up there. I don't know what the fuck they're doing right now. I'm getting bitched out. My wife's like, really? I don't know what they're doing, but I just hear them going crazy right now. But yeah, I think that would be a pretty good matchup for 2025 either way to get this division unified and all that kind of stuff. For them, we got a heavyweight Jared Anderson to fight Marios Calayos in a tune-up fight. Does Jared Anderson need another tune-up fight?
Hell yeah, he made it. He
Do
made it
you
to that
think?
fight because he got rough too bad. He fought the boogeyman of the heavyweight. So we wanted to see if his heart's still there, if his fear's still there, his grind still there, his ethics still there. Wipe him down, get him talking about you again. You still young. Hell yeah, do the tune-up fight.
All right. And where do you see where Jared Anderson could fall in this heavyweight division as we see it right now? We're seeing a young guy that I like, and the hell's his name? Out of the UK, Moses Atuma or something like that. I like him a lot. He's like a 6'6" guy. Great. I
This
think
shit don't.
heavyweight. Do you think Anderson losing to Bacoli the way he did is taking a
Man,
lot
no, man,
away
because
from
he
him?
went out on the shield, bro. He went out. He didn't get put out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different. He didn't get put out, laid on his back, fell out the ring. Nothing. He got up every time. That's what, like, that's just like goddamn Devin Haney fighting to finish the Ryan fight. He finished, of course, it got stopped by the ref, though. By the
Yeah,
ref. Every time he got up, whatever. Nah,
yeah,
hell nah. He fought the boogeyman everybody's scared of.
yeah.
Fucking
Because
nobody.
yeah,
You know what
people are
I'm saying?
still afraid to
And,
fight
and, and,
Bacoli.
and then we still was like, we was still in question with him because we knew he was young. We still wasn't trying to rush him. It was the people that wanted to rush him. Oh, he need to know, bro. Like, I knew, like I said, I felt like if he would have
Oh yeah,
fought somebody like, what's the Mexican, what Mexican name?
Ruiz,
And
Andy
yeah,
Ruiz.
if he
Yeah,
would have fought somebody like that, somebody where his technique would have been a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Instead of finding somebody that's strong and powerful, then we could have seen where he was at. You know what I'm saying? He didn't
yeah,
have to take that fight, but he took that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a
yeah. I
difference
feel like
in,
Top
in
Rank sold him out. I feel like Top Rank sold him out because that wasn't even a Top Rank card. Remember that Turkey had paid
yeah,
Top
yeah,
Rank
yeah,
money
yeah,
for him to come fight on that card. So I feel like
yeah.
Top Rank was like, fuck it, we're gonna take the money and throw this kid under the bus. You know what I
But you know
mean?
why? Because dude couldn't get no fight. Didn't nobody want to fight him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So they was
saying?
like, we gotta get our money back off this dude somehow. We gotta
We
get
got it.
him. But you
Yeah,
know, with
and
the way that
they said that was
they
Jared's
paid
biggest
the guy,
payday too. So yeah, hell yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna
yeah,
dare to be great because if I really beat him and then y'all gonna talk about me. If I lose to it, I was like,
yeah,
people thought, oh, he ain't shit. No, he is. He is
yep,
something. He took them punches, got back up. He ain't chinny. He just fought a stronger, bigger man. Like that's a lot of weight, man. I don't care if we both in heavyweight. If you weigh 260 and I'm only 225, 240, 230, but you
yeah,
265, bro, that's still different, bro.
yeah,
That's still different. That's a
yep.
difference. Like
Yeah,
it
that
don't
that
matter.
it is a big difference. Yeah,
Hell
that's the
yeah.
one thing I've never liked about heavyweight, man. That difference in weight can be way too fucking much, man.
Yeah,
You can
come
have
on,
a guy
man.
6'4" fighting a guy 6'7". Like I mean, we kind of saw it in the Fury versus Usyk fight. I mean, Fury coming in at 280 fucking pounds, a 55-pound difference between him and Usyk. You don't see that in any fucking division whatsoever. So it's kind of weird. Like I kind of feel like there should be like a light heavyweight Maybe there is a light heavyweight. Nobody just fights in that fucking
And you
division.
know what? It's so easy for heavyweights to lose one time and not be the same. Have you ever
Would
noticed that?
Anderson be smart to move down to cruiserweight? Because he's
I
a
wish he could
small
move.
heavyweight,
I
bro.
wish he could move. I wish he could move down to light heavy. To be, if it was
Yeah,
me, to be honest, I wish he really could. Like, I
yeah.
was
Because
really
he is a
that
small
late,
heavyweight when
that
you look at the rest
heavyweight.
of these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's small as fuck, bro. For real, bro.
yeah,
I've been
yeah. I
said
think
that.
that's
Like when
just
he in shape, he in shape. He got a six pack. He cut up. He ripped up. Like ain't too many heavyweights come. Yeah, like dude.
nah. Most of them come in bulky,
I
overweight,
probably
chunky.
Deontay Wilder. That's because he's tall as hell, man. You know what I mean? He had to put on weight. He had to put 30 pounds on to fight Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I just feel like with Jared though, man, he got it. I mean, not even Jared, my bad. It's just some heavyweights. They don't be the same after they lose. That's one weight class. Like to say, like don't fighters take a loss, boy. It'd be hard for them to come back, like to be the
yeah.
same. Like look for instance, Anthony Joshua. He ain't the same.
No.
Deontay
He's
Wilder.
not. Yeah.
Deontay Wilder. He ain't the same.
No, and both of
Nobody
these guys
saying.
are talking about getting back in the ring at some point. Wilder supposedly has some kind of agreement with Turkey Al Sheikh to come back into the ring. I just don't think he should, man. When you see a guy take losses away, he has being gun shy. He doesn't even know how to throw that big punch anymore. And I don't know.
I think it's too much. I'm trying to learn new stuff. You gotta just go in there with you started boxing late. Go in there with just get you the win. It's like you fought a great fight against Tyson Fury your first fight. Then you try to switch it up. The second fight. I mean, yeah, I know you try to
Yeah,
this thing. I don't like fighters that make excuses either. But
yeah.
like, oh, he was cheating, man. That man ain't cheat you. He beat the shit out of you, bro. That's all
Yeah,
that was.
yeah, yep,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. Hey, let me pause this for a second, man. I can hear her up. Let's talk. Let's end this show with what we expect for 2025, man. Are you expecting a bigger 2025 than a 2024? And for bigger fights to be made, and what are your like? If Top Rank does leave ESPN, what do you think that holds for boxing?
First, I'm gonna say, yeah. I expect bigger things. Boxing seems like it always gonna be bigger. It just all depend on how these guys coming out with these fights, how they looking. Um, Pay them a little bit more, make them want to fight. I guess the money is making the fighters want to really fight each other, all the contract shit. But I don't know, man. I can't really say, man. I hope it's bigger because it's fights out there that need to be made. A lot of fights at 140, 135, 147, 154. Like there's fights out there for sure.
God,
Like
yeah,
so yeah, like and far as that, yeah, I hope it's bigger and better. For as top rank leaving the ESPN, or if they do it or whatever, I think that'd be dumb with the ESPN part because I feel like what they gonna put on there? What they trying to put baseball all day or some shit on
yeah.
there?
Nobody trying to watch no fucking baseball, even
That's
though
what they trying to
baseball's
do.
still paying that money. Like I don't get it. I don't really know what they want to replace it with, or if they're saying that hey, it's just not the views aren't adding up to it, or what the thing is, or what I mean. And right now it's just mainly rumors that saying hey, by the end of 20 or by June of 2025 that the contract's up and they don't look to re-sign Top Rank. Now, I have heard rumors that they do business with UFC, and UFC is now in the boxing game. So if you already do business with UFC, and now UFC does boxing, then maybe they're looking to push Top Rank out and just go forward with UFC. I don't think UFC has enough traction in the boxing game to say, hey, we're going to get rid of a well-known Top Rank who has an unbelievable stable for an unknown UFC who doesn't have any fucking body, but maybe one guy, and he doesn't fight anybody. So I think that would be a bold move on their part, but that could be some of the reasoning behind why they're going to get rid of Top Rank because they'll just go with UFC for MMA and boxing. it makes it easier business, I guess you would say.
Watching, I'm like, nah, they shit. It's hard to keep up with them motherfuckers, boy. Cause they really get it on. So it'd be like, that don't even be no, you ain't gotta build it up. They giving you what you want to see next. So it's kind of
Yeah, yeah.
like I really ain't, I'm really, I guess because what did UFC beat them? Like, what they fight on? What's their network?
I've only seen one or two fights, and I always catch it on my Fire Stick. So I don't even
Yeah,
know
cause I used to watch
what
that
their
shit, but
platform is
now
for boxing.
I used to watch the little Mighty Mouse dude. He was a monster. But
Yeah,
but I don't see it on TV like I used to do. Like,
no, it's mainly Amazon does a little bit of the mixed martial arts games, but I think they're with like Prime or somebody with that. Uh,
okay.
that Prime fighting that Ngannou is with. Now I have heard that the UFC might try to do a cross promote, which I don't see it happening. UFC doesn't cross promote with anybody. They don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like,
Right.
hey, you want this, you come to us. We're the platform. We sell the tickets. You know what I mean? We're the main guy. But I have heard John Jones versus Ngannou is a possibility. That the fight that a lot of people want to see. So that could be a cross promotion in that aspect of it. But UFC is weird,
What
and
you
I don't.
mean? Cross promotion. They bump UFC.
Well, that Prime fighting is owned by who the hell owns that? It's not UFC at all. UFC is like because you know how you got WWE and you got
Yeah.
AEW shit like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's how the mixed martial arts is going. You had
Uh,
you remember for a long time you had that K1 or something like that,
you
which
had
had
all type of shit.
yeah,
Bellator.
yeah,
You had
yeah,
all
yeah,
type of shit.
yeah, yeah. So I guess Prime is what took over K1 because K1 kind of went under, and then Prime kind of came out of nowhere to take that spotlight, and they're trying to compete against the UFC, and they've got some good fighters, but UFC isn't like it's not like boxing though. Like when you don't have to cross promote, Top Rank
Right.
doesn't mess with PBC, but they have to cross promote with Golden Boy and shit like that to keep
Yeah.
relevant, to keep their fighters fighting good fights and shit like that. So I don't know. I think going into 2025, we got to see the big fights. Uh, I think Turkey Al Sheikh's going to put up the money for the fights that we want to see. I think he's going to push the ball on that more, and I also think he's going to push the ball more towards a league this year than he has any other year. Because if you can get Top Rank with the zone, then you've got the only one on the outside would be PBC. PBC does work with the zone. They work with Golden Boy. They work with the zone. Uh, so I think that would be one step closer. Bad for the U.S. if we lose Top Rank. I think that's bad for U.S. boxing because we don't really have any platforms here in the U.S. that we promote it from.
Man, you
Like,
know it's gonna come in. You know it's gonna come and get all them.
yeah, somebody's
Turkey
got
gonna
to.
pick all them motherfuckers up.
Yeah,
He
and he,
Turkey over here hoping they don't go. He's
yeah,
hoping that he gonna buy all that shit. That'd
yeah.
be his best bet.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't already have a stake in the zone boxing and Matchroom. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't already have stake in those because I know he
Yeah,
has stake in Top Rank and he has
yeah,
stake in Golden Boy because Top Rank just did a partnership with him uh, right before in 2024, the same as Golden Boy did.
yeah.
So I think looking at that aspect of it, because he mentioned in 2023 he wanted to make a league. And the only way you're going to do that is you got to get these guys on the same platform, really. That way, they're going to work with each other instead
Could
of
that
being
be?
like,
Could that be the reason why Tank said he about to retire?
what is it now?
Could that be the reason Tank said he about to retire?
Uh,
Because a
I
lot of
don't know, man.
promoters is
Well, with
losing.
PBC, if I was Tank, I wouldn't want to be with PBC. Like he's pretty much the only one they promote on PBC. PBC
Yeah,
don't promote any of their fucking fighters anymore. 2024 for me was the worst year PBC could have ever imagined to have. They
yeah,
didn't
because
put on a lot of
Earl
fights.
Spence ain't fought yet. Damn,
Nope,
damn.
nope.
Yeah.
None of the Charlo brothers have fought.
The tall motherfucker, what's his name?
Yeah.
Crawford.
Yeah. So they're not putting it, they got a huge stable like Top Rank, but half these guys didn't even fight. So I can imagine a lot of these guys are probably looking to leave PBC. I mean, I don't know. Tank says he's dedicated to PBC, that he will always be with
Nah,
PBC.
I know he's dedicated to Al Heyman. I don't know about PBC, but I know he's dedicated to Al Heyman.
It's Al Heyman who he's more dedicated to. Like, hey, I'll work with Al. But so me, man, I think you gotta, like, the 140 division has to get going. It's too stagnant, and you got way too much fucking talent. Barbosa, Catterall, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, fucking Pitbull Cruz is up there now. I mean, just the talent that's at 140, that ball's got to get rolling. I think the 154 has to get rolling. If the 147 wants to stay relevant, you got to unify. One of these guys got to unify that division, because there's not enough talent at 147 to keep it relevant unless it's unified and the champs are fighting the champs, in my opinion. But I don't know, man. I think this is an iffy year for boxing. The way it ended in 2024 doesn't give me a lot of hope for 2025. I think it's going to be the year of the prospect. We're going to see a lot of new era guys coming up in 2025. A lot of guys working their way out. A lot of new guys working their way in. So I'm interested to see who's the next, who's going to step up in that spot. Who's going to be the guy that's the next Tank, the next Shakur, the next Crawford, the next Canelo? Who's going to be that guy that we're eyeballing to say that's the guy that's going to lead boxing into the next era? I think that's what we see this year. If it's David Benavidez,
you said the next Shakur, they ain't going nowhere. I mean, Shakur.
Well, I don't see Shakur going anywhere, but at the same time, like, I think Shakur's going to be moving up. I don't see him staying at 135. I think Shakur moves to 140, and he's a more interesting fighter at 140. The talent's a little better at 140.
Yeah,
more fights can be made at 140 for him. I don't see him really going anywhere. I think he's still the face of boxing, but I think Tank wants to make his way out. I don't know. Teofimo Lopez just doesn't.
Tank just making people talk. He did say he didn't want to do it forever, but he been saying that years ago.
Yeah, he's been saying that for the longest time. As long as I've been watching Tank, he's always said that he's got plans to dip out. Early. He doesn't want to fight. 30s. Yeah,
early 30s, like 35.
He said, I don't want to fight until my 30s, and I want to be out of the game. And when you're making the money, why not? Because that's what they come here for, is to make that money. But I think this year will be interesting to see who's the guy.
That shit gruesome, bro. Boxing is a gruesome sport, bro.
I mean, your body takes a beating, your head takes a beating.
Sometimes you might get up and be like, boy, I do not feel like doing this shit today. Like, boy, it be like that. I know.
Yeah, and then when you get to the point in boxing, if you're like, I don't want to do this today, that could be your next loss. Yeah, but I'm hoping it's going to be a great year. I thought 2023 was one of the best years I've seen for boxing, and I thought 2024 was going to follow it, and it did the first half of the season. It just fell off a little bit during the second half of it, but I'm hoping 2025 carries the sport, and I do want to see a league. I think the only way boxing really survives, it's always going to survive, I shouldn't say that, but I think the only way it really jumps into the new era and gets up there with football and baseball and all these other big time primetime sports is to create a league. If it's a North American league and a European league, and you split it down the division and you find a way to make this like a fucking all right, at the end of the year, the top European guy is going to fight the top fucking American guy in each division, and you narrow it down to one belt per division and stuff like that. I think it's better for the sport overall, just like a championship. At the end of the year, the best are going to fight the best, and you lead up to it like a league. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how you propel the sport.
Combat league.
Yeah, like team combat, man. Where these guys are coming in competing, and it's trickles down. The best are going to fight the best at the end of the day. I think Pro Box. I think I see them taking a huge step up in boxing. Now, I haven't seen them work with Turkey Al Sheikh much, but I think they're making their own path, and I like that. Everybody else is like, oh, Turkey, 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 Turkey. They're trying to get that, Saudi Arabia money. Pro
Yeah.
Box seems to be like, we're going to continue to push prospects and bring you good fights without having to ask the big guy for the money. And they've been doing it independently, which I like a lot. That's what makes me really like Pro Box. But I think I see them taking a big step. If ESPN, if Top Rank leaves ESPN, our best platform is Pro Box at that point.
They said Devin Haney about to fight on BLK.
Now I did hear that too. I don't know, man. I think that once
They
again,
said
like I don't know. Haney's always been a guy that fights like 3 times a year, so I guess we can't be too salty that he took time off the way he did. The guy's been pretty active his whole career.
they always do that
Uh,
when they lose, though. That
yeah,
bro,
I
boxing
think
when
that's
you
the worst
lose
thing to
like
do,
that,
man.
when you been on top, that shit is not. You can't go back in there like that, bro. It's a mental
No,
thing.
I don't think you can
It's
either.
more than it's not basketball. It's not football. You cannot
Yeah,
going off the loss in the world. You got to deal with all type of shit. You can't go back right in boxing. You got to get yourself together.
I
But you
think
can't
I'm
be
I'm
like,
50-50 on that. I could see you taking some time off after a loss, but you don't want it to get in your head too much. You taking a
sometimes.
year off, like Devin
Sometimes you
taking
need
a
that,
year
bro.
off.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
need that
mentally,
sometimes,
physically, his
bro.
body may need that, and you're right. It may be the right way for him to mentally deal with that loss. But let's say he comes back and he fights Ryan, who's going to be up in April, and
He want to fight Ryan again. He already
and
said it.
that's what I'm hearing. But Ryan's not going to be at 147 or at 140. We've seen him walking around. You said it as much as I did. When that suspension
Yeah, I
happened,
mean,
you said it
nah,
immediately.
I
That
mean,
was
he
more of a
could be
death
there for the
sentence to
future
him.
because Devin Haney gonna move up. He can make 147 if he wanted to.
Yeah,
So
but do you
it's still
think?
there, but I
Well,
just,
so if you see that fight when that fight happens, you think it's going to be a 147 fight for both guys?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, fuck it. Why not? If
Yeah,
that's what I got to
because
do to get back at you. Yeah,
yeah.
you'll be my first fight at 147.
Or do you think Devin's going to push the 140 and say, "No, I want you at 140" to have that advantage kind of over Ryan? If you make him make weight at 140, can Ryan
It
make
all
140?
depends, man. It all depends.
Yeah,
It all depends. Devin Haney should be able to get what he wants after he gets caught cheating. So
hmm
that's all it is to it. And then if you really think you can get it, let him get what he wants.
yep,
How he
yeah,
get it. But before I go back, as far as like boxing is mental, bro. Like we can't say like, oh, he took a loss. He need to be right back in there after 90. You can't do that because at the end of the day, everybody don't go through them losses the same, bro. Like people don't take. Some people might think that's the end of them. Like boxing, you can lose one fight and it's over. They wipe you out. So
yeah,
that shit
yeah,
is
yep,
that shit is a whole mental. Like sometimes after that, they a lot of boxers go in depression. Like mental
yeah,
health is for real. So you can't just be like, oh yeah, he should have been back out there a year. No, he probably needed a year to really think and get his mind together and get back focused. There done been times where I done went to the casino and lost, and I'd be like, just be like, fuck, in a depressed mode where like, damn. And then I gotta snap back in reality, like, I can grind back for that money quick as fuck, bro. That shit ain't nothing. I'm tripping and get back
yeah,
to what I was doing. So it's definitely a mental thing. So I don't never say like, oh, he's taking too long. Or, I don't know. I don't know how these people's bodies are. I don't know how life and boxing feel where these guys is taking a loss and what they going through. You don't know how his daddy coming at him. You don't know how his family turning on him. Adrian
yeah,
Brown, the first loss ever. Now everybody turned their back on him. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? And
yeah,
and he
yeah,
and
absolutely
he did
true.
some shit that he skipped the whole weight class and went to 147. Like so like people be saying shit and that shit I feel like it's fucked the winning mentally. Like I don't know, but I'm just going on the outside looking in. I could be wrong. But I feel like it's fucked the winning mentally. That one loss
Well,
Never
I think, and not only
came.
that, the way the loss happened. I mean, and when you're on social media and you see shit where people are pretty much rooting Ryan on for cheating, and that shit just like I still to this day can't grasp that how
Yeah,
Ryan came out on fucking top as the cheater, as a clear cheater. And everybody's like, oh, well, fuck Devin. He took the fight. He took the fight thinking dude was coming in overweight, not on fucking steroids, not on a
yeah,
fucking PD. That wasn't part of the agreement. I think if he would have known that Ryan failed a drug test before the fucking fight, that fight wouldn't have happened. Because he'd have been like, oh, fuck, you're coming in overweight and you're fucking on a PED? No, I'm not fucking taking that fight. When you think a guy's overweight, that's different than thinking a guy's on fucking, performing enhancing drugs. It's a completely different world. But
hey,
to see
not to
that,
cut you, not to cut
go
you
ahead.
off though. But I'm over here just thinking because I forget sometimes. But you know who I want to see kick who think I want to see kick his ass because he talks so much, and I wish he was fighting him instead of uh Lamont Roach, same area. Let me see if you know. Same area. Watch it. He's from DC. He talks
He's
so
from the
much.
same area.
He fight
Talk about
once a year, every so often. Got a little brother. Little brother just lost last year.
damn,
I just gave you. I gave you three big clues.
damn. And he's from Baltimore.
No,
Uh,
from the same area as Lamont Roach.
oh, he's from the same area as Lamont Roach is. He's a 135er.
You can say it. Paul Lomachenko. I gave you another big clue.
What was the last clue?
Paul
He fought
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko.
Little brother just lost this past year. We was past year from DC.
He fought Lomachenko.
From DC.
Fuck, bro, I'm lost. Like, clue
Gary
me in.
Russell.
Fuck, I knew it. I fucking as soon as you say the
I
name.
want to see Tank be hit. He talks so much shit,
Now,
bro.
and he's the one that just took a loss over the summer, right? His
Uh,
first loss.
his little brother Gary Antoine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. His brother's the one that took his first
Yeah,
loss over the summer. Gary Russell's a good fight, I think. I would love to see Tank fight Gary Russell. I would love to see that. I mean, I don't think Russell
but
stands a chance, but
man, where he gonna fit? What he gonna, bro? What he
yeah.
gonna do, bro? When the
Yeah, he ain't
pressure
gonna
get
do
on him?
shit. But I would like to see the fight because I like the name and I like Gary Russell as a fighter.
Yeah,
But I
but
don't get
that's one thing we just said though. He been out of boxing for damn near 2 years.
God. I don't know how these guys do it, man. Like you stay out of the ring that long and then wonder when you come back why you take a hell or you're not the same. Like it
Man, you
just
gotta be around these young boys, man. You gotta be
yep,
around these young boys. That's why the James Crawford is good. He keep young boys in his. He keep a Shakur. He keep a
yep,
Tucson. He keep Jared Anderson. He keep young boys in his camp. You know what I'm
yep,
saying?
yep. Keeps those guys in there in the ring with him, sparring with him, keeping him
Because guess
going.
what? If your reflexes can't handle what they got coming, then
That's fucking
your match is
facts.
set.
That is facts because we know them young dudes be like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like that's where
yeah,
that speed when you're young, that's where that comes
yeah,
from, that
yeah.
energy and shit. So yeah, I agree 100% on that. I'd love to see that fight with Gary Russell, honestly. But if I had to pick 3 fights for Tank this year, Roach would not be one of those fights. Just because I don't really get the Roach fight. He's a 130 guy. I don't get
Tuna.
that fight at all.
I hope these two tuna fights for him and Shakur. That's what I'm hoping to be next. I
I
promise
think
you.
now. I
And
think
I can
if
see him and Shakur fighting summertime, hot, late July, early August,
man, I don't know. I
beginning of
kind of feel like
June,
I wanna
June,
save
July,
that fight for
August.
December. Let Tank fight March, let him fight again in the summer, and then let him fight Shakur
Nah,
to end the year in
we
December.
waiting too long, man. I can't keep waiting that goddamn. That's damn near 2026. No,
It
we gotta
is.
get this
It
shit
is.
popping after these two fights while y'all active. So we ain't got it because you might not fight in June. We gotta wait all the way to December. No,
Yeah.
after this shit, get this shit fighting for get this shit jumping for the summer. Start the summer off right. Support and team
Yeah. And
where people,
Shakur's now with the
where
zone.
y'all gonna make the most money because people coming out and it's hot and people outside. Yeah, let's get this money,
Yep.
man. Let's get
I,
this
I
money.
I can agree with that. I would like to see that fight in the summertime. I mean, I think the 135 has to have a Shakur Tank fight to survive the year. There's not. I mean, I like Keyshawn if he gets a belt. I'd like to see Loma vacate his belt if he's not going to come back. We're obviously not going to see him in the ring again, I don't think. Let him vacate that belt and let a guy like Raymond Mortala fight for it. And I'd like to see Keyshawn Davis, if he wins his next fight against Burchink, to fight a guy like Raymond Mortala, who is getting a lot of recognition, but he hasn't fought guys like Keyshawn. He hasn't fought big guys yet. I think that would be a great fight to have in 2025. Davis versus Mortala.
They need to push Andy Cruz so we could get the Andy Cruz and Keyshawn fight. If anything, that's what people want to see with Keyshawn.
I got to see more out of Cruz, man. I know he beat.
That's what I'm
Davis.
saying. They gotta push it.
Four times.
He
beat him. Yeah. He beat him 4 times, but the professional fights I've seen Andy Cruz in, I'm not impressed with it. Like
I'm not impressed either.
Not the way I am.
He might know Keyshawn a little bit too well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the build-up would be great for that fight.
And he ain't nothing to play with. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, I liked what I saw with him in that last fight, and according to what Bomac was saying, he said, my cat out there doing. I forgot my cat's out there. I was like, "What's that?" No, like, oh, my cat's out there fucking around. But for me, I don't know, man. I think. What topic were we on? I lost track here for a second.
You said Bomac.
Yeah, Bomac is saying that if Keyshawn fought Tank, it's going to be the same result that we saw with Crawford versus Spence. You think he's crazy for that?
Hell yeah.
I think he is too, because
you can talk to get the payday.
Yeah. When I heard him say that,
deals than Errol Spence Jr. And his power is better than Errol Spence. Errol Spence just a break you down. Tank hit you and you going out. I've seen the punch that dude threw with Keyshawn when they traded him. Keyshawn dropped him. I said, if Tank would have hit him on that temple, Keyshawn would have went down.
Tank just got that just natural, bro. Like he don't even look like
know how to move. Like Errol Spence is a straight come forward, jam basic. It ain't no flipping. He blocking like this. It ain't nothing. He ain't throwing you down. He ain't getting up under the slide and flipping for real. It's too different, but you can't even compare that. I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think, that's what I thought. When I kind of heard that from Bomac, I'm a big fan of Bomac, and I was like, man, that's a bold prediction right there, buddy. Like, that's a bold one. Like, I get you want to fighter, but let's be realistic. Spence, Tank. I don't know. I feel like I never really got into Errol Spence the way other people did. Never really saw him as that guy like other people did. I was always a Crawford fan. Maybe I was a hater. I was a Crawford fan.
I wasn't a hater. I
was like, let Crawford handle him. Crawford gonna fucking do him dirty. And I kept telling him, like, that's a fucking fight that Spence on one. And even who was it? The guy who's Crawford? Who is it? Is it Al Heyman? It wasn't Al Heyman. Maybe it was Al Heyman. Told Spence, you don't want that fight. You don't want that fight. You can fight anyway. You don't want to fight this guy. Like in the gym. Both of them standing face to face. And he was told by the promoter, you don't want that.
Spence that?
Yeah, right. Both of them face to face. Crawford here, Spence here. They're both talking. The promoter's here.
No, that was Bob Aaron.
Bob Aaron, yeah. And he said, you don't want that smoke, Spence. Like, you don't want that. Crawford will tell you. Like, so, yeah. But I don't know, man. Not a lot more to talk about. Go ahead. Pop some shit out for me.
Put them back. My 2-year-old getting popsicles out the freezer. put the chair up on the freezer and got the popsicles.
Damn. Hell yeah. Well, brother, I'm going to jump off here. It's 12:30 at night, man. I didn't even realize the fucking time, bro. I got to be up at 5 a.m. for work and shit. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
But, yeah, man, we're going to end the show. My guy, Spade, take us out like you do, brother. Do what you do, man. Take us out. I intro, you outro, my guy. Do your thing.
Man, y'all already know, man. Like, subscribe, comment. We've been talking about all types of shit. We got out. he got going other places and shit. It'd be like that sometimes. We was on Stephen A shit, first take shit today, man. We was bouncing
Yeah.
here to there, basketball, football, boxing. But you know, it's all about bourbon and boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Sip your bourbon, my boy, relax tonight. You know what I'm saying? Go up there, get ready for your work, man. And you already know I'm gonna get with you tomorrow, man.
Absolutely, brother.
For the people, follow, like, subscribe, comment, hit that like button. Let's go.
Like my dude says, it only takes one click to make it
Make it
stick.
stay.
I've been using that like a motherfucker. Copyrighted by Spade, not to be used by any other company. Yeah, but hey, man, episode 88, man. I appreciate you guys joining us. We're gonna head out in this night, man. Be back with you guys. Hopefully Wednesday, man. We got a host coming on with us. The boxing wrap up. My guy Luke. He's out of Australia, so and he loves his boxing. So it'd be nice to have somebody else in here with us doing a little intake with us. So we'll hit you guys back up on Wednesday. I think Wednesday night we'll post it. But try to get with my dude. We'll make a time and figure out what works for him and myself and Luke, and we'll all get on together, guys. See you for episode 89 on Wednesday. Y'all have a great night, man. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
Peace.